Guitar Warriors, this is Ben Morrow, musician to the stars. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my tips and secrets from my many years of playing with the stars. Today we're going to go through some basic terminology. If you're just starting out playing the guitar, you need to understand the basic terminology to start learning. One of the first things we're going to talk about is the guitar strings. Okay, we have 6 guitar strings. And when we say the numbers of them, we start with the thinnest one, okay? We start with the thinnest one is number 1, okay? So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with the thickest string being the 6th string, okay? Now, I know that when you're looking down at the guitar, you could think, okay, this is the first string because it's the first one I see, for whatever reason. But really, with guitar, we talk about the guitar strings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's one thing you got to learn. Parts of the guitar, this is the nut right here. These wires across the neck are called fret wire, and in between the wires are the frets. Okay, so if I'm saying put your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, it's going to be here in between these 2 wires, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. With our left hand, I'm going to be telling you what finger to use. Very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're also going to use your thumb sometimes for notes and also to mute strings that you don't want ringing out. Okay. Another thing to think about, if I say go across the strings, I'm talking about going across this way. Okay, from the 1st string down to the 6th string. I could also be talking about going across the strings from the 6th string to the 1st string. Okay, if I'm playing an exercise and I tell you to go across the strings, it would look like this. So one of the very first exercises I give to my students, it's going to be open. So that means you pick the string. It's another thing. You got to get used to using a pick. Okay, I know sometimes when people start guitar, they like to play just with their fingers, and it seems natural. And to tell you the truth, I do like to play, I mostly use the pick, but I do jump, in fact, back and forth with using just my fingers on my right hand. Gives it a cool sound. You can do finger picking stuff, but especially in the beginning, mostly you're going to be using your guitar pick, okay? You're never going to get like a full sound on the guitar without using a guitar pick. Some players do just use their fingers. Most will use a pick, so I'm going to encourage you, use a pick when you start off. The pointy end is down and, kind of grabbing it in between your first finger and your thumb on your right hand. So that exercise I was talking about, open, 1st finger on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. So it would look like this. Open, 1, 2, 3. And if I said take that exercise across the strings, you would go do it on the 1st string, then move to the 2nd string. So you're going across the guitar neck, okay? Another thing is if you're going up the guitar neck, guitar players think about that as this kind of direction, okay? From here up, okay? Because we're always thinking about pitch, okay? If the pitch is getting higher, we're going up. Okay, so for instance, here we have a note. If we go up the guitar neck, we're going up, and the note pitch is going up. The note's pitch is going up. If we're going down the guitar neck, the note's pitch is going down, and we're going this way. Okay? Now, I know you could look at it the other way, that this could be up, but the best way to think about it, this is up, this is down. Another thing, you're going to have to cut your nails on your left hand, okay? I know it's tough on girls sometimes that they don't want to cut their nails, but you got to cut them pretty short to be able to get the notes to really ring out on the guitar. One thing that I'll tell my students sometimes, I bend my fingers like this away from the guitar. That kind of gives you an idea of what kind of bend you have to have in your fingers, okay? You want to think of it as your fingertips, it's like little hammers, okay? Your finger is coming down on the string like a little hammer. You want to use your fingertip, okay? Now, a lot of times you're not going to get the exact fingertip on there, but you're going to try. One more thing, when you're just kind of grabbing the guitar and starting to play chords, you're going to think about almost like you're grabbing a baseball bat or something. You know, you're grabbing this piece of wood, and the back of your palm is actually, you know, really resting against the guitar like that, okay? Your thumb also many times is going to wrap around the guitar, okay? Sometimes I see beginning students, and they're always trying to keep their thumb behind the guitar neck, you know, kind of like this. And sometimes you do need to keep your thumb there for certain notes and chords and things like that. But many times you are going to be bringing that thumb around. Okay, it's hard in the beginning. I wouldn't worry too much about it. But just know that eventually when you're playing chords, many times you have your thumb kind of wrapping around the guitar neck. Sometimes you might be muting that low string with your thumb sometimes. But mostly you just want it comfortable. You know, your forearm is straight, and you just want to be able to grab the guitar like it's comfortable without, you know, twisting your wrist too much. So that is a good introduction to the terminology of guitar. If you've enjoyed this video, if it's helpful to you, please like it, subscribe to my channel. Any questions you have, put them in the comments. I'll definitely read them. If you're interested in private lessons, go to my website, benmorrow.com. Be sure to look out for the Guitar Warrior comic book, which is coming soon. And also, please follow Guitar Warrior on social media. This is Ben Morrow, musician to the stars, and I will see you in the next lesson of Guitar Warrior. And that is how you shred on the guitar.